Roadmap to Victory is sponsored by the R&R family of companies.
Welcome back to Nittany Game Week. They've only given up 54 points in 4 Big Ten matchups, and 38 came in one game at USC. Wisconsin's on a 3-game win streak, keeping all 3 of those opponents to single digits. Coach Bradley, Coach Paterno, Luke Fickell has Wisconsin hitting their stride at midseason. What's it going to take to beat the Badgers under the lights at Camp Randall?
Well, it's going to take a lot of things. It's going to take a great effort, a lack of turnovers, but it's going to take a better start than they've had in previous years against bye weeks. Since 2014, against Big Ten teams coming off a bye week, Penn State 3-7. They've lost four of the last 5 against Big Ten teams. The one that really jumps out is 1-3 against unranked Big Ten teams when Penn State's coming off a bye. That's got to improve.
But it's at Camp Randall Stadium. You better get off to a good start and get that crowd out of it, because that will be a wild place on Saturday night.
Well, Todd mentioned the defense. Let's talk about defense. It's been solid all year. It's a top 20 defense in a number of categories, especially against the pass. The run defense is one area where Penn State may be able to get something done. And then let's talk about a little bit beyond those numbers. Red zone TD defense, only giving up touchdowns 47% of the time, best in the Big Ten. And then their 2 safeties are going to be the matchup to watch against Tyler Warren, and we'll talk about why that is. If you had the Warren Commission for the Kennedy assassination, they came out with a magic bullet that defied physics and the laws of physics. Tyler Warren defies the laws of physics. Great route running. Might be the most decisive guy with the ball in his hand as a runner as well, and just the mental ability. And how is Wisconsin going to try and take that away, Tom? Let's talk about their basic defense. And like you said, they're going to do some things on the outside, try and put some pressure on those guys. And then you like how they're positioned in terms of holding them up and having safety help over the top.
They're going to definitely get a jam on him and know exactly where. There's going to be some opportunities in this game for the outside receivers are going to get one-on-one coverage all by themselves.
Yeah.
They're going to have to win that battle.
No question. That's been a challenge all year. Now, let's take a look at how they approach things defensively. The safety back here is in another time zone. I'm almost, he's off the screen, but they're going to be +1. So no matter how many people you have in there, they like to have an extra guy around the ball to take care of the run game, especially with, we mentioned Tyler Warren, to be in there, and it's designed to eliminate big plays and force mistakes. And here, Tom, here's one example right here. He heads down there, throws the ball, they get the turnover. Next thing you know, you've given the ball.
Yeah, I would like to play that position back there. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, you're all by yourself. You
don't have to come downhill and make tackles. It's good to go.
No one to talk to. And that safety last year had 120 tackles in the season. Let's switch over to the offense, scoring offense. Now, they're just okay offensively for the season. But let's take a look at inside the numbers, the last 3 weeks. We've talked, they've hit their stride. Massive increase in scoring, massive increase in total offense and passing. And what's been the biggest thing? Talk about some of the personnel. Quarterback is playing well. The running back has taken over to 2 outside wideouts to go with the inside guy, have made big plays. And they played Purdue, Rutgers, and Northwestern. 2 solid defenses. Purdue, everybody seems to. Tom, when you're a penetrating defense, the gap run scheme gives you problems, doesn't it?
It sure does, and that's the one thing you're going to watch this run game. That's the play you've got to stop.
Right, and they're going to pull the guard, pull the backside tight end, and create gashes. As you come up the field, they're going to use your leverage against you and try and create holes and get north and south. Now, off that gap run scheme, they like the RPO. So if you're a linebacker, Tom, you're seeing the guard pull, you're seeing the same thing you just saw in that last play. So what are you naturally going to do here?
You're coming.
Yeah, you're coming downfield. So now
you're coming downhill.
That quarterback's looking to throw that ball right in behind him, and it's been very, very effective this year for them, and especially, as we mentioned, the last 3 weeks. Nice job there. And then finally, now, if your safety's starting to play run and help on the slot receiver, who's been their best receiver, the last couple weeks you've seen emerge outside, one-on-one, throw it over the top, beating corners, 24.3 yards per catch out of number 8. Number 2's been a real factor for them as well, and they're able to throw that ball downfield. Tom, that's going to be a matchup to watch for.
It's going to be a big matchup because, as you know, these safeties get very antsy versus that run game. They want to bring it. Hey, let's go. Let's go help us. We need your help.
Special teams, one last thing. Really good kickoff return, but Penn State likes to kick it out of the end zone, so that shouldn't be a factor. Net punting, they're very good. And block kicks, Tom. We talk about this all the time, how important these things are. And if you look at how do these things happen, you got to block the inside gaps. You got to stay stout. They've got big, tall guys in here who've gotten their hands on a ball, and then they bring this guy off the edge. And Tom, how much time they got to get that off?
Less than 1.25.
Yeah,
You'd like it about 1.21.
Exactly. But that's going to be something to watch for when Penn State lines up the timing. They blocked 3 kicks, 5th in the country, do a great job coming off the edge and in the middle.
Well, thanks, coaches. Penn State enters this game in Madison as the 3rd-ranked team in the country. Some people were disappointed, even a little surprised the Nittany Lions didn't slide up a notch to number 2 after once beaten Georgia took out the number 1 team, Texas, in Austin. The Bulldogs leapfrogged PSU into the 2 spot, but Coach Franklin says that's fine. There's no rankings talk anyway inside the building.
We just focus on trying to get better. And, I think so far our guys have done a pretty good job of that. And we're going to have to do that again this week because, coming up, we're going to be going on the road, night game, in another tough environment.
They opened the 2021 season with the victory in Madison. That was a noon kickoff, this one under the lights. As for the bye week, Coach Franklin and his staff take advantage of the extra time to recruit. Here he is at Central York High School in York County, PA. The Panthers playing Bishop Hoban from Ohio. Coach is an active participant. The throw comes to the sidelines. Look at the catch. Good form, looks it into the hands all the way and secures the ball immediately. Well done, Coach Franklin. He says, I still got it. Watches for a little bit longer, and then it's back in the helicopter and into the sky to land at another recruiting destination. We're going to step away for a moment. Our Impact interview is next on the schedule. University of Wisconsin legend Barry Alvarez joins us to discuss this matchup with Penn State. He also tells us what the night atmosphere will be like for Drew Aller and company to deal with when Nittany Game Week continues.